Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Adrenaline Heights for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic. Build a park to appeal to the high-intensity, thrill-seeking local people. Your objective, to have at least 1,600 guests in your park at the end of October Year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. So if I remember correctly then, the guests in this park want rides with an intensity over 9. Yes, okay. So they don't have to be exactly over 9. As you can see from this pre-built coaster, it's only 8.3. But as long as they're happy and the rating's good, they will go on rides a little out of their comfort zone. So we've got a suspended swinging coaster that's takes up a lot of room. I'll be honest. I'm going to keep it, but I will rejig it slightly because I want to free up some space. Like I can do some pathing up there. I can maybe do some pathing over here. So let's have a look then. We are not charging for the park gates. We're charging for the rides. We've got some transport rides. We won't be bothering with those. So as I said, we want rides with high intensity. So nothing in there. A lot of coasters. Great. Maybe on Berserker mode, probably won't bother. We can do a launch free fall though. Again, probably won't bother with anything in there. Not a great selection of shops. So first things first, let's put our research into shops. Yeah, so I think I'm going to rejig that first coaster. I'm going to start doing out some pathing. Maybe drop down a drop tower. That'll be quite quick. And see where we go from there. But on the whole, we are going to be building coasters. Pretty much the only thing really, apart from the drop tower. So yeah, let's crack on and see what we can do. October Year 1, over 500 guests in the park. So we come in then, we've done some shops and things down here. We've got the bridge. Have I forgotten to open that up? Yes, I have. Launch tower there, high intensity. And then we come over and then we've got the rejigged, what's that? That's broken down. With the rejigged suspended swinging coaster just down there. So I've kept the bit where it goes underground and then just brought it up this way. Got some pathing going up the hill, and then we've got a powered launch corkscrew coaster into a cobra roll, and then we've got this set to 3 laps. So we've got the intensity up to 7.5. So in order to do that, what you have to do is you have to put it onto continuous circuit mode, then up the number of circuits, then go into powered launch mode, and then start it. And then it will do the 3 laps. And then we've got a wild mouse just up here, house mouse, decent stats on that. Charging £5 a go for the coasters, and we've got some pathing built out already. Kiosks, toilets, and the cash machine on major corners, junctions, that sort of thing. So we've got some pathing down here, some small loops. I'm going to probably try and fit some coasters in. Coming down here. I'm almost done as far as the pathing is concerned. I probably need to do a path connecting these areas up here because I am worried about guests getting lost and stuck. Once I've done that though, it should be pretty much 2 years of non-stop coaster building. But I am trying to make them look good as well. So we need, what is it? 1,600. We're about a third of the way there now. So yeah, hopefully we should be fine. October Year 2, 1,200 guests in the park. So major new additions then. We've got a twister coaster just here. It's multi-launch. So it goes up, comes back, and then it goes up and around through the serpent roll, back around. Got some trim brakes there because it was going slightly too fast through those corkscrews. And then cobra roll at the end. Yeah, it was going slightly too fast, as I said, through the corkscrews. The intensity was up too high. So I just added some trim brakes in just to bring it down slightly. Got a little wooden weld mouse the other side. It's either windy mouse or windy mouse. It's up to you. Call it what you want. And then over here then, we've got Maian mouse. Decent stats on that. And then just over here, we've got a stand-up coaster. So it just comes out, drops down into a cutback, and then back up to the station. Decent stats, guests loving that. And then we've got a limb coaster just here. It's about to rain. Let's skip the rain. Okay, rain skipped. So it's called Whiplash. Decent stats on that. So yeah, nothing difficult with this one. Just launches you out and then back around. Got enough little inversions in there to give it some decent stats. Guests loving it. Yeah, so we need about 400 guests. So, and we've got plenty of space. Done a little path down here connecting up to the start. So we should be fine. Just need to keep plonking down coasters here, there, and everywhere. The only issue is I don't want to be putting down ones that look a bit out of place. I want to be doing ones that kind of look like they would work in a park like this. So yeah, let's crack on. We've got tons of cash. See what we can do in the final year. October year 3, 1,555 guests in the park. We need 1,600. So as things stand, we aren't going to pass the scenario. So I've got a few options. I could do the no entry trick again. We did that in the last scenario. I won't be doing that. We could advertise. I won't be doing that, but to be honest, I think we'd probably have to do both of those things and we still might not pass the goal. So I think in this case, I've probably spent a little bit too much time on the little scenery touches and not enough time building the coasters. So the other option that we can do is the coasters that I've put down in the last year, I can save the designs and then I can revert back to the previous save, put those down, and then we should be fine. Kind of like Quantum Leap, but in Rollercoaster Tycoon. So let's have a look. October year 2, again, 1,246 guests in the park. So I've been round then. I've put down this coaster. It's the vertical drop coaster called Dropkick, just there. Decent stats on that. We've got a looping coaster just here called Fury. Nice stats on that. So I didn't save the scenery with this one. I didn't even save the pathing, to be honest. I just plonked it down. And then we've got a Virginia reel just over here called Tubadub. High stats on that. So as you can see, there's a lateral G penalty there. That's what puts the intensity up. So that is due to the lateral G roughly there. So it took a little bit of fine tuning to try and get it high without it being really stupid looking. And then over here, then we've got this one. It's a Heartline coaster. So I changed the design just to simplify it. So I was able to save it with the scenery and the pathing, plonk it down. Now I'm going to extend that. There's one more coaster that went down here. I don't think it's unlocked yet, so we'll put that down, and then we should be fine then. Is it sneaky? Possibly. Are we going to pass the goal? Yes, we should do. So yeah, I'm going to crack on. I'll see you in October year 3 again. October year 3, 1,800 guests in the park. So we're going to smash it this time round. Cool. So we've got Inverterang here. It's a inverted, what are they called? It's the inverted shuttle coaster as opposed to the inverted vertical shuttle coaster. Yeah, so it just takes you up, drops you down, half loop, twist, and then back up and back around. Decorated some of the areas that we hadn't quite decorated last time, and then we've got this one over here, impulse shuttle here. So decent stats. So it just blasts you through. Guess what? We discovered an abandoned mine shaft, and it goes all the way through the mountain and comes out this side. So it just blasts you out, up, and then back, up, and down. And then we've got this hypercoaster just here. This one's a bit of a fail. There is a guess going on. Oh no. I thought they were. Nope, they decided they changed their mind. So the stats on this one are slightly too low. What I was hoping to do, is I was hoping that if we can get the train full, we can put it on a retest, and when the train's a little bit heavier, we'll get slightly higher stats, and maybe guests will go on it all the time. But it's just not being popular enough. So the trick of it is this bendy section here, trying to generate enough lateral G to just get a slight stat penalty, but it's not happening. When it was a tighter bend, the intensity was coming back about 11 or 12. But now I've widened it slightly. The intensity is coming back really low. So I might continue having a play with that. Because I do wanna go around doing little touches like fences and stuff like that. I was playing about with a shuttle design for a wooden coaster. Now ordinarily you can't do shuttles in wooden coasters, but what you can do is you can set them up as a complete circuit, but just try and hide the half that the coaster doesn't go round on. It just wasn't quite working. It wasn't returning back to the station. Um, I have done it in the past, just not on this level. Yes, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's have a look. We've got the Heartline over here. Some of these coaster names I have sort of run out of inspiration for. So with this one, it was getting stuck every now and then. And what was happening was, see this section where it's just coming up and into that last set of Heartline rolls, it was going very slow and the trains behind were bumping into it. So what I've done is I've just set it on a minimum waiting time, and that seems to have solved that issue. Yeah, so we have done it. In the end, it was just a case that we didn't quite have enough coasters built early enough. So I think what I should have done was build the coasters and not worry about the scenery until we knew we had the scenario in the bag. Ooh, cool. Rotting Heights. Okay, we'll have a go at that one. Yes, that was kind of a fun one then. I think, as I said, I'm going to whiz round now, doing like the fences and things like that, make the place look pretty. Have another play about with this one because I'm sure we can save it. We just need to get another little bit of intensity out. I tried doing something with this little tower there with the skull on it. So if I hide the scenery, you can see there's a little path there to get like a little head chopper. Didn't boost it enough. So I'll have another quick little play with that, and hopefully we'll be all right. March Year 5, I have had it on fast forward quite a bit. I've been around doing fences, things like that, the odd shop, a little bridge or something like that I haven't quite done before. And I was playing about with this hype train. We've got the stats up quite high, and I'm so dumb. I was doing loads of different things. I redecorated the station. I changed the corners around a few times. Even added a little boathouse down by here with some head choppers above, hoping that would affect it, and honestly nothing did. And then all of a sudden I realized, do you know what, why didn't I just set it to multiple circuits like with the corkscrew, because essentially it is basically a corkscrew but with a different train and no inversions. So that's what we've done. We've gone in same as before. So what you do is you go continuous circuits, you change the number of circuits, and you go back into powered launch and you do that. So yeah, and yeah, it worked. Obviously you can't have it running on continuous circuit because it's not a complete circuit, but that's fine. So yeah, it worked out in the end. Only issue now is we've got to get it on test so that the stats come back. Oh, are they back? No, they're not. Wait for it to come back. Let's have a quick look around the place then. I do quite like this twister. I do feel like maybe I haven't given some of the coasters the attention that they should have had, so maybe I'll have a quick once around now. So it is multi-launch, so we've got it set to 3 circuits, 1 train. So we've got a booster at the start, 2 boosters at the back. So it boosts out into the first half half loop. Doesn't quite make it, goes back into the second half loop, then comes back. That's when the 2 boosters kick in here, and then the 3rd booster there, and then it makes it through the serpent roll, back around, little trim break there, a couple of corkscrews, and then the cobra roll. I don't normally like adding the extra tile in the middle of the cobra roll, but with this I had to in order to get it to line up with the station. What else? Is there anything else I feel like we didn't really discuss? I did mention the Virginia reel. This was a bit of a pain, faffing about doing the different, trying to get the drop with enough speed so that it triggered the lateral G. Let's have a look. Let's run it on fast forward slightly so we can see if we can see where that lateral G is. There you go. There's the spike there. So it's just where it is right there. That little section there gives the penalty to boost the intensity up. Yes, all in all then, I'm quite happy with the way things turned out. We got there in the end. Was there some sneaky, underhanded tactics deployed? Very, very possibly. Did we pass the scenario? Yes. Hopefully some people learned something as well along the way. Yeah, so I'm Stu. This has been Adrenaline Heights. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!